Our title today, and I'll rewrite it on the board, says, what is estimation? What Yeah. Brandon, what do you know about estimation?
Estimation is I asked my dad how long until we got to if we were on a trip and I asked him how long we were until we were there. And he didn't know. He estimated about. He probably said my estimation is like 2 hours.
Sure. So we might see the word estimate, estimate. Estimate and estimation are the same form of that word. They belong in the same family. Brayden, I heard say the phrase about, and then whatever your answer is. You're definitely going to use that word about in an estimate. Grace, what do you know about estimation or estimates?
It's your closest guess.
I love how you phrase that. It is a close guess. Kind of like what we've been doing in inferencing when we make a guess, not just a random guess, something using some clues. We're doing the same thing when we estimate. We are making a close guess. Emma?
An estimate could be like, I'm going to estimate that this classroom is a meter long.
Okay, sure. Yep. Normally, estimations they're given in what we call a benchmark number. I usually call them friendly numbers. So in Brayden's example, he's asking his dad how long it's going to take. His dad's not going to say about 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 56 seconds. That's not a friendly number. But he'll probably say about 2 hours. That whole nice stopping point number. Can you think about what might be a benchmark number or a friendly number on a number line? What would be a nice, easy stopping point number that you would see on a number line, Dominic?
5.
5 could be. 5 could be. Bryce? 50. Gavin?
The midway point.
The midway point, whatever that might be, is very likely a benchmark number. Brayden?
20.
Could be 20. Arwen, you got one?
10.
10. Could it be 100?
Yes.
Could it be 200?
Yes.
Yes. Could it be 172?
Yes. No.
Probably not. That's going to be too specific. When we're looking for friendly numbers, if you look at all those examples, oops, that's supposed to be 200, not 201. With the exception of 5, they're all multiples of 10. So that means I can skip count and get to all of those numbers by skip counting by 10. Yeah.
So basically they're like odd and even.
They're all, no, most of them are all going to be even. Because a multiple of 10 is going to be even. So, with the exception of 5, 5 could be a benchmark number. A lot of your easy numbers, benchmark friendly numbers, are going to be any skip count of 10. The reason why we use skip counts of 10 is not only because they're easy to get to, but if I'm adding or subtracting, those are easy numbers to do that with. Gavin, you are seriously behind in what we're writing. So if I wanted to say Azalea has about 20 candy canes, and Dominic has about 10 candy canes, how much do they have altogether? 20 plus 10 is a really easy addition problem. Way easier than 29 plus 14. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we are going to use estimation to do easy addition and subtraction to get a close to guess. Question? We're good? Ready to move on? Yes. Alright, so let's look at this problem together. This problem says Mr. Reed wants to buy all the 3rd and 4th graders treats for the end of the year. He wants to estimate how much he's going to buy so he can start saving. There are 146 3rd graders and 242 4th graders. About how many things will Mr. Reed need to buy? I want you to read that question and then write an answer sentence for it. It's just like any other word problem that we've ever done. You're still going to write an answer sentence. So go ahead and read it again and write your answer sentence. What answer sentence did you come up with? What answer sentence did you come up with? Brayden, what'd you write?
I don't know, Mr. Reed needs blank.
You're missing one very key word.
Oh, for the fourth.
Nope. Arwen, do you know the word that he's missing?
Mr. Reed needs to buy blank candy canes.
Are we counting candy canes?
No.
We're not counting candy canes. And you're still missing the very special word that we need. Easton, you think you know?
Mr. Reed needs to estimate.
No. I mean, maybe, but no. Got it?
Mr. Reed needs to buy Mr. Reed wants to buy blank treats by the end of the year from the 3rd and 4th graders.
Nope. Annabelle?
Mr. Reed needs to buy blank treats.
Nope. About. This is not an exact science. We just got a new student. Hi, Bailey. Do you think new students are going to come in 3rd and 4th grade before the end of the year? No, no more new students.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to get like so many more new students. Bailey is not the only one. So we don't want an exact answer because it's going to change. Mr. Reed needs about blank treats. If you don't have the word about in your answer sentence, you need to add it. We are not doing an exact answer. It doesn't make sense to. It's a waste of time. Because if I figure out exactly how many 3rd or 4th graders there are today, at the end of the year, that number may be completely different. Emma?
You could say Mr. Reed wants to buy about treats.
Yep, about blank treats. That'll work. Any version of that, as long as it's got the word about. So, here's how we're going to solve this. Because I do not care what the exact answer is. It doesn't matter. The exact answer is not what I'm looking for. Create the subtitle in your notebook called Front End Estimation. Get your board up, Liam. Just be careful. It's on the other side of you. Just be careful. I have a computer on the edge of that desk. That's right. What do you? Front end estimation. Front end estimation is a mental math strategy. What am I talking about when I say mental math? What is that talking about? Azalea, what am I talking about when I say mental math?
I forgot what mental math is.
Okay. Think about it. What am I talking about when I say mental math? Bryce, what am I talking about? What is it? Probably not. Maybe, but probably not. We know what math means. What is mental? Emma?
It's when you do it, but you don't do it on a piece of paper.
Where do you do it?
You do it in mind. That's what
Mental math is math that you do in your head. Please stop doing that. You do not need to guess what I'm going to say. You're not Siri. I will say it all. Thank you. It is math that you do in your head. If I ask you what is 6 plus 7, you have some kind of strategy to do that in your head. You don't need to draw 6 dots on your paper and then 7 more dots and count all the dots. You have that strategy to add in your head, or to subtract in your head, or to multiply in your head. This front end estimation is a mental math strategy. It's to make these numbers really easy so that I can add or subtract in my head. So let's go back to our problem. Which math operation am I going to use to figure out how many treats Mr. Reed needs to buy? Am I going to add? Am I going to subtract? Am I going to multiply? Or am I going to divide? What math operation am I going to use, Grace? I am going to add. I need to know the total number of third graders plus fourth graders to get me the number of students to buy treats for. So I'm going to write my third graders down, 146. And then I'm going to draw an arrow. So I have 146 and then an arrow. I'm going to use front end estimation to solve that. What that means is I'm going to look at the very first number, the front of my number, and figure out how do I make that into an easy problem or an easy number. Well, the first digit is a 1. Does that digit really mean 1?
No.
What does that digit really mean, Lucy? 100 because of the place that it's in. So 146 is very easily going to just become 100. Depending on what that first digit is, that's what my number becomes. So that's my third graders, about 100. Let's do my fourth graders now. I have 242. Go ahead and write that. We're going to look at that very first digit. What is the first digit in the number 242? Liam?
200.
2, which really means 200. So guess what? 242 is going to become 200.
About.
Going to become, nope, going to become 200. We know we have to add these together because Grace reminded us that's the operation. Would you rather add 146 plus 242 in your head? Or would you rather add 100 plus 200?
That's harder. 146 plus 200.
100 plus 200 is going to equal what?
300. Oh, yeah, I see what you're doing.
That's it. That's all I am doing. So if I go back to my problem, it says Mr. Reed needs about blank treats. Well, how many treats does he need? About. Autumn?
Oh,
About 300. We don't need an exact number. It's kind of silly to do an exact number because we know we get new students like every day. It's going to change by the end of the year. But he should be planning for, okay, there's about 300. I can start saving for that amount. Does that make sense? All right, so let's try some more practice ones. I want you to write number 1, which says 543 plus 375. $543 plus 375. We're going to use front-end estimation. Take your pencil and underline that very first digit in 543. What does 543 estimate to? Using front-end estimation, what are we going to estimate that to be? Arwen?
500.
Just 500. Plus, underline the first digit in 375. What is that going to become? Bailey? 300. So the equation that you are then solving is 500 plus 300, which equals 800. I'm going to teach you a new symbol that a lot of people don't know until high school. And it's the equal sign when you are estimating. So an equal sign means exactly, right? I can't say this side is equal to this side if it's not exactly equal, right? So I cannot write 543 plus 375 equals 800. That's not true. It's ish, it's close to, but it's not equal. So to show if something is close to, but not equal, it's going to look like a equal sign, but it's squiggly. That's the symbol for close to. Isn't that cool? So don't write equals next to your top equation. You got to put the squiggly because that means close to. It shows that you have used rounding. Most people only will put one squiggle, but I like the 2 squiggles personally. Grace?
What if it's like, I saw that 43 plus 75 is more than 100?
Well, hang on, Seth. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah.
We have to do it on it.
What? Yes, because it's not equal. You see what I'm saying? So if it was equal, then we could put the equal sign. But because it's not, we have to use the correct symbol. All right, go ahead and you do the next 3 problems. Number 2 and number 4 are subtraction, so be careful. New title. Next blank page, new title. Why would I use front-end estimation? Once you write the title down, I want you to answer that question in like 2 to 3, 4 sentences. Why would I use it? Why would I use front-end estimation? Write that question down as your new title, and then answer it.